Hello, story lovers, and welcome back to our enchanted forest of tales. Today, we're journeying into a classic story filled with courage, wit, and a little bit of teamwork. Settle in as we tell the story of the Willow, Wren, and the bear. Once upon a time, in a vast, green forest where sunlight dappled through the leaves of tall trees and the streams trickled with sparkling water, lived a tiny bird called the Willow Wren. Now, she may have been one of the smallest birds in the woods, but she was incredibly clever and lived a joyful life with her family. Their home was a cozy, snug little nest, tucked safely high up in the swaying branches of a beautiful willow tree. One bright and sunny morning, the willow wren was busy with a very important task, teaching her baby birds how to fly. One by one, they would peep with excitement, flap their little wings, and take a brave leap from the nest. They giggled and chirped as they swooped and soared through the warm air, learning to dance with the wind. It was a picture of pure happiness. But down below, on the forest floor, a very different mood was brewing. A big, grumpy bear named Bruno was stomping through the forest. Thump, thump, thump went his heavy paws, shaking the ground. Bruno was well known among the forest creatures, but not for being friendly. He had a reputation for being mean and he enjoyed using his large size to bother the smaller animals, thinking it made him look powerful. As Bruno lumbered along, he heard the happy chirps from the willow tree above. He looked up and he scowled, spotting the willow wren and her family. "What's all this noise?" he grumbled loudly, his voice echoing through the trees. The baby birds, startled, fluttered back to the safety of their nest. The willow wren, brave as ever, flew down to a lower branch. "Good morning, Mr. Bear," she chirped politely. "We are simply enjoying this beautiful day." Bruno scoffed. "Enjoying the day? You're just a tiny, useless bird in your pathetic little nest." He sneered. "My home, my cave, is a true fortress. A palace, far better than this flimsy thing you call a home." The willow wren puffed out her chest, her feathers ruffling with indignation. "Sir," she sighed, her voice steady despite her small size, "our home is built with love and care. It is safe and strong, and we are very proud of it. You have no more right to insult it." The bear laughed a deep, rumbling laugh. "No more right. I am the strongest in this forest. It can do whatever it please. Your nest is worthless, and so are your children." This was too much for the mother bird. "How dare you?" she cried. "My children are wonderful, they are brave and smart, and they will be magnificent flyers. They are not worthless." The bear, amused by her fiery spirit, decided to taunt her further. "Prove it," he growled. "If you think you and your tiny family are so great, then let's have a contest. A war? My animals, the four-legged creatures of the ground, against your birds, the creatures of the air. We'll see who is truly mightier." The willow wren knew this was a foolish challenge, but the bear's cruel words about her children had sparked a fire within her. She would not let him disrespect her family. "Fine," she declared. "We accept your challenge. The creatures of the air will show you that true strength isn't about size, but about courage and cleverness." And so, the lines were drawn for a great battle between the beasts of the earth and the birds of the sky. The willow wren immediately flew off to gather her forces. She called upon the eagle, the hawk, the owl, the sparrow, and every bird, big and small. She explained the bear's insults and the challenge he had made. The birds, loyal to their kind, were outraged and readily agreed to join her cause. They needed a plan, a way to outsmart the powerful land animals. After much chirping and discussion, the wise old owl suggested a clever strategy. "We need a spy," he hooted. "Someone small and quick who can find out the bear's plan." The tiny, swift gnat volunteered for the dangerous mission. Meanwhile, Bruno the bear was assembling his own army. He summoned the fox, the wolf, the deer, and all the other four-legged animals. He boasted about how they would easily crush the feathered weaklings. The fox, known for his cunning, was appointed the general. His plan was simple. When the battle began, he would raise his long, bushy tail straight up in the air. This would be the signal for all the land animals to charge forward and attack. If things went badly, he would lower his tail, signaling a retreat. The clever little gnat, buzzing silently, overheard the entire plan. He flew as fast as his tiny wings could carry him back to the willow wren and reported everything. The birds now had a crucial piece of information. The willow wren gathered her army and gave them their instructions. "The hornet has the most important job," she announced. "When you see the fox raise his tail, you must fly down and sting him right under it, as hard as you can." The day of the great battle arrived. The air was thick with tension. On one side stood the mighty army of the bear, confident and imposing. On the other, the sky was filled with the fluttering wings of the birds, united and ready. The fox, standing at the front, proudly lifted his bushy tail high into the air, signaling the charge. But before the land animals could take a single step, the hornet zoomed down like a tiny, buzzing arrow. It flew directly under the fox's raised tail and delivered a powerful sting. The fox yelped in shock and pain, unable to keep his tail up. It dropped down between his legs immediately. The other land animals, seeing their general's signal to retreat before the battle had even begun, became confused. Thinking something had gone terribly wrong, they turned and fled in a panic, running in all directions. The birds erupted in a chorus of triumphant chirps and sangs. They had won without a single fight, all thanks to their clever plan and teamwork. The bear, humiliated and defeated, stomped back to his cave, grumbling to himself. From that day on, the forest was a more peaceful place. The bear learned a valuable lesson, that bullying and arrogance lead to downfall, and that true strength lies not in size or power, but in cleverness, unity, and courage. The little Willow, Wren, and her family lived happily ever after. Their small nest a symbol of how even the smallest among us can achieve great things. And that's the tale of the Willow, Wren, and the bear. A wonderful reminder that you should never underestimate anyone. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed our story, please give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing tales from our Enchanted